2, 1. Welcome back to Getting Good Podcast. We have Anika Thompson on this week. You are you're an international runner, correct?
Yes.
From Ireland?
Yep, I'm a dual citizen of Ireland and the United States, so I run for Ireland for my home country. That's the country I decided to run for. So, yep, I've been having great experiences both in the US and then over in Europe and internationally.
That's so sick. And then you're a D1 athlete at U of O.
Yes, I'm going into my final year of cross country and track at Oregon.
Sick. What's your major?
Sociology.
Okay, what made you want to go to sociology?
Well, if I'm being completely honest, I was at Oregon primarily for my sport, and that's been my main focus there. And I've switched around with so many majors, but I found sociology to be the one that allows me to focus most on my training, but also, it's important to get that degree, so.
Yeah, you have the freedom to be able to train and do what you need to do, but then you also have the school side of it.
Yeah.
As college athletes, I get it, and finding that degree is really tough.
It was really tough for me, but I'm very grateful for all the advisors we have at Oregon. They really helped me through.
Nice. What was your major before sociology? Because you switched a couple times.
I switched so many times. So I actually came in as communication disorders and sciences.
Oh, sick.
Very random. I don't know why I chose that. It just kind of came to me, and then I switched to psychology, and then I switched to general social science, and then I fell on sociology.
Okay,
so.
sick.
Yep. All is going well with that now, yep.
How does the final year feel?
It feels good, yeah. It really, it goes by so quick. I think it goes by quicker than high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been just trying to cherish every year because it's truly been the best 5 years of my life. I've loved it so much. So going into my final year, it's really hard to believe, but I'm really cherishing it because it's been amazing.
So coming out of high school, was Oregon your number one choice, or were there other schools that you wanted to go to? And what made you go to Oregon?
So Oregon was definitely my number one choice. It was a dream come true. So when the coach offered me a spot, I was of course, I'd like to take it. But I will admit there were maybe 2 other schools I was very interested in. That was University of Montana and Gonzaga. Being Catholic, because me and Talon, we were classmates at O'Hara Catholic School.
Yep.
My faith is a big part of myself and my journey as a person and athlete. And yeah, so I really considered Gonzaga University, but I think Oregon has always been my dream. So it was really hard not to take that opportunity.
Yeah. So talking about faith, how do you because I'm assuming a lot of your teammates aren't necessarily faithful.
I'd say that's a mixture,
Okay.
but I'd say definitely we have a mixture of faith-based athletes and athletes who don't really practice faith, but it's nice to have teammates who do practice faith. I think I might be the only Catholic on my team. We have other Christian churches, I guess you could say, but for Catholic faith, I'm the only Catholic on the team. Besides, actually, my assistant coach and her family is Catholic as well. So, so that's been a big part of my journey at Oregon, especially it's not a Catholic school, so staying close to God is always important for me.
Yeah.
So,
how do you stay close to God while training, while being in this environment, especially with teammates that aren't necessarily faithful?
I think it comes down to having your own personal relationship with God, and it's amazing how for me I feel God most when I'm running. A lot of the time, it's a great time for me to connect with God, pray with God. When I'm just on a run, maybe with my teammates, I'm oh, these are beautiful people that all have God and Jesus in them. So being surrounded by my teammates, I see God. Being out on a beautiful trail, I see God. Whenever I'm able to go to church, I see God. So keeping Him close is very important for me. Yeah.
So what is your guys' travel look like? Because for us at Bushnell, when we're going to tournaments, we leave on Sunday.
Okay. Wow. Really?
So our tournaments are usually Sunday. Leave Sunday, play Monday, play Tuesday, come back Tuesday night.
Okay.
So it's 3-day really short stints where we don't really have that ability to go to church on Sundays.
Yeah, like I've definitely, we have practice basically every day of the week, and especially Sunday is actually one of our like main days of practice. We do our long runs on Sunday, which can be anywhere from like an hour, 30 minutes to close to 2 hours of just running. So I like to say it is like Sunday church, because when I'm on the long run, I am saying a few prayers in my head, but I've had to shift to either like Saturday evening mass or I go Sunday evening, but it's never Sunday morning, which is what I used to do before college.
Yeah.
But yeah, our travel, you'd be surprised, like some people are like, oh, you guys moved to the Big Ten, you must be traveling all the time. Well, we only travel like for cross country maybe 5 times in a year, between now and end of November. So, but I'd say most of our meets are either Friday or Saturday, and we leave on Wednesday, and then get in there probably usually Wednesday evening, and then Thursday you do your pre-meet practice at the course, and then you race Friday, and we either come home Friday or we come home the day after, like. So yeah, I'd say it's similar to you, we just don't leave on Sunday.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like all of our conference tournaments are Monday, Tuesday, and I think there's been only a few occasions where we leave usually Saturday. Our last tournament this upcoming semester is like 6 days in Arizona.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna be leaving, it's like Saturday to Thursday or something like that.
Very nice. Yeah, like where's your favorite place you've traveled?
Dude.
For golf, yeah.
So in college for golf, I would have to say Solvang, California.
Okay.
That place is just this little quaint Danish town, and it's so much fun. And the course we play is always an amazing course.
That's awesome.
And just the team bonding. So that's the only tournament that we legitimately fly to every year. And so being able to get to the airport, matching with the team, wearing team gear, having your duffel, having your team backpack.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like you're a legitimate college athlete rather than just, because we drive to Lewiston, 10-hour drive to Lewiston, we drive to Washington.
Yeah.
That drive sucks.
I've done that drive because that's where now my brother's kind of going to college and my sister lives there.
It's so exciting about Connor. That's so cool to see.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But yeah, so we make that drive to Washington, drive to Northern California a lot. So that's probably my favorite college experience, I guess, I've had in golf so far.
Awesome.
Our Bandon match play tournament is amazing.
I bet, yeah.
That's not played at Bandon Dunes or at those courses. It's a different course a little ways away, but still just an amazing team bonding experience. We usually bring every single guy. We usually stay in 2 Airbnbs.
That's great.
Just the team bonding and everyone that's around is just like, dude, this is so much fun.
That's like the really fun thing about being a college athlete is like all the team bonding you get to do. It's amazing for sure.
It's tough seeing the seniors leave.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's about to be me. So.
I know. Yeah. I got 3 years left this year and 2 more, and it's just like, it's gone by. 2 years go by so fast.
Yeah.
Then you hit that middle year and you're like, I'm halfway through my college experience. So that's
crazy.
Nice. Like, what do I do next? What is your plan after college and after running in college?
My dream is to be a professional runner, and I'm really grateful that some doors have opened up for that dream to become a possibility. So I'm definitely right now like planning to go professional after college and chase my dreams in running till I always say till my body is done doing it, and then but I'm always just taking life like one day at a time, just seeing where it takes me, doing my best in what I'm doing now, and which is the running, and see where it takes me there. So it's really awesome that I have opportunities with Team Ireland to
so sick.
Continue my dream in running, and then of course the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028 would be a huge goal for me, and that's right now post college. That's my main focus. So I'll be going after that for sure.
When did you develop this love for running?
I think I've always had a love for running. Like I think a lot of it comes from playing a lot of sports growing up, and my favorite part of sports was the running part. Like I love to either chase down the ball or we're doing practice and we're running lines. Like I always just loved that. So like I knew eventually I'd probably be a runner. I just didn't know I think as a kid, I didn't think I'd be a distance runner. Like now I do 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters. I don't think as a kid I would have expected to do that. Which is, it's amazing.
So is your guys' track and field team separate from your cross-country team?
It kind of is, because like right now, cross-country, it's like a whole different sport. Cross-country, you run on grass, you run on these different courses, kind of like golf. The courses are different, and but it's always around 6,000 meters. But yeah, the track team, they don't participate in cross-country. Only cross-country athletes do. And I think the way scholarships work is you can be on a scholarship for cross-country, but you could not be on one for track. Interesting that way. Like, technically even indoor track is a separate sport than outdoor. Like, there's 3 different sports. But I just happen to be on every team for that, so I'm on cross-country, indoor track, outdoor track.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I see... I saw your Instagram story today, and I saw it was like Oregon track and field. So I was like, well, so there's one. Like, does Oregon have a cross country Instagram, or is it all held under the track and field?
It's all held under the track and field. Just 3 separate seasons. Okay,
that makes more sense, because Bush and I, we have a cross country Instagram and then a track Instagram, and then the people that participate in the indoor are going to start ramping up their practices in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That makes sense, It's kind of like the sprinters and all the other event areas, they're going to come back basically when school starts, and they'll just do like training. Kind of like how us cross-country runners, we've been doing training all summer for the cross-country season, so like they'll start their training for indoor and outdoor track.
When you guys aren't here, when you guys aren't in school, are you guys still training as a team, or is it like over the summer, like you're sort of doing what you need to do on your own to get better? What does that look like?
Yeah, it's like our coach gives us a bit of guidance. Like, she says, this is what I want you doing for the week, but primarily we're on our own and doing what works for us. And like a big part of the summer for cross country is just like staying healthy.
Really?
Yeah, like don't get an injury in the summer. Like you don't want that. Just log the miles, as they call it. Just run and stay fit.
How many? So with golf over the summer, I'm competing when I'm not in school, competing in tournaments and stuff. How many of you guys are going and still running? I'm assuming they're not marathon, 5Ks, 10Ks. Like, how many of you guys are still going and trying to? How much of the summer is staying competitive?
I think it's really half and half. Like, some people want to extend the season into the summer. I knew this year, like, I was targeting that U23 European Championships, so I was going to extend my season into the summer. And same with a few of my teammates have extended their season into the summer. They're even still going. Like, a lot of them are going to do the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan. So we have 5 girls on our team who are extending the season all the way in September. So I'd say it's half and half, but not, especially for the NCAA, I'd say a lot of people kind of shut down their season in like June. And then like use that summer to build for cross. And like, I was kind of lucky this year. I decided to redshirt my NCAA outdoor so I could kind of have a build into the summer, because I didn't want to be too burnt out going into the summer and then into my final cross country. So I extended my season, which it's very half and half.
That's super cool. Yeah, it's different for each sport. Hearing the long distance running side of it, I have a couple friends who are long distance runners, but at the NAI level, it's definitely not the competition, not what you're seeing in this, and so it's cool.
What's amazing about all divisions, though, is I noticed this is like, no matter what division you're in, like the people winning, for example, the people winning NAIA, they would fare super well in Division 1. And like there's some Division 2 teams like Adams State, they're in Colorado, they're a very good Division 2 team, like they would do really well in Division 1. So like I think no matter what level you're at, like there's good athletes in all. And like especially it kind of reminds me of like the Oregon system. We have 4A schools, 5A schools, 6A schools. Like a 4A athlete could beat a 6A athlete. It's just more like the depth of the 6A, like there's just more
I got you.
depth, you know, like, but the talent or like the levels, it's all like, you know, everyone's competing for sure. Like it's really cool to see all the classifications, and I think no matter what school you go to, like I'm a big emphasis on like go what's best for you. Like it doesn't have to be D1, it doesn't have to be D3, like just whatever you feel will help you the most.
That's amazing. So what do you think separates a D1 athlete from an NAIA athlete, aside from school choice?
I think like that's a tough question. I think a lot of it sometimes, has to do with like just what they believe is personally like going to be best for them. I know for at least my experience at D1, it's like, and I knew this going in, like it's a business and it's very much like that's your job. Like for as far as like my life outside of running, I don't have much time to do anything else except train. Like at least for me to be able to the word survive is I literally have to be so focused on running. And I think like NAIA and maybe other divisions, you have more flexibility to do other things, and like whereas for D1 it's very much your job. And like it's very hard to have much balance, I'd say, but like I knew that coming in, so I think that's why I've been able to do well at Oregon. Is just like I knew that it was a business and that I had to be very locked in, very focused. But I wanted that for my college sports experience.
Give me 1 second, I can't scratch.
Oh yeah, no worries. I thought I heard.
I know, I was like, what is going on? This is the worst thing about like having your studio home. Penny, come here.
Oh,
come here.
She's so cute.
I'm putting you outside. Or you're gonna go upstairs. Kid, that works too.
I'll miss that meow.
I love my cat. When it comes to being a nuisance to recording, it's 2 days in a row.
She's so cute, that color.
She's amazing.
Cute color.
She's amazing. Green hill cat too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're back.
Yes.
Did you ever think you would take running this far, or ever go this far with running?
It's amazing that that's always been my dream to go this far, and like the fact that it's just been able to happen has been amazing. And like of course I still have more goals in the running, but I think a big part of what I've learned in my college career and even high school too is like being patient. Like I remember as a freshman wanting to be as good as I am now, but like the reality is like it's very hard to be that good your freshman year, and like it's almost a good sign if as a freshman you're not popping off. Like you want to be popping off your senior and fifth year or junior year. So like being patient with the journey and understanding like some of these big goals like take, for me at least, like 4 years to complete. Like having to be patient for 4 years. Like you want it to happen overnight, but the reality in a sport like running is it doesn't happen overnight, especially like it's just years and years of consistency.
It's amazing. What sacrifices have you made to pursue running at this level?
I think a big thing, especially being a college student, and like I guess I haven't had a normal college experience. Like I'm not going out to frats or sororities and like partying, drinking, doing kind of that stuff. Like I haven't really done that in college, and going to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, staying really disciplined to a schedule, and running being the main priority for sure. And like even like our coach is like, we don't want you going to duck football games because you could get sick and you're on your feet all day. So stuff like that, like been careful about that, because I think it was worth it. I went to the Ohio State game last year.
Let's be honest.
It was so awesome. It was so worth it. But like literally our whole team got like the flu.
Really?
And I think it was because we were around so many people.
Okay.
And like I think another thing that I've sacrificed is kind of my performance academically. Is just like I've been so focused on running that it's been hard for me to put energy into other things. And like I think it's good to have energy in multiple things, but at least for me, like it's been tough to do that. But it's been nice learning about myself and finding that balance, because sometimes I get way too focused on the running to the point it hurts me because I call it going in too deep. And it's like, if you make your whole life that, then like it becomes your identity. But the fact is, like, you have identity outside of sport. You're a person, you're a family member. Yeah, I guess that's what I'd say about that. Yeah.
What has been the hardest thing that you've had to overcome?
I'd say, kind of like I talked about, like the patience thing, like kind of accepting my freshman, sophomore year, you're back at the bottom. Like, it's amazing in high school, you finish at the top, like you're being recruited to these universities, you come in with a lot of this confidence, and then you get right back to college, you are back at the bottom, you have to work your way up again. But at first that was hard for me to accept, but I've loved chipping away and just working my way back up, I guess you could say.
I get it.
And just like the balance of like learning about college, and I had kind of a stunt in performance my sophomore year where I just wasn't improving despite working really hard. But like that's just like the reality of the sport sometimes, is you have to accept the valleys and the plateaus. So when you do have a good day, like really cherish it, because the sport is full of ups and downs, you know?
Yeah. I mean, all athletics are.
They are, yeah.
Tough. So talking about that, when you've had a bad day, when you're having a bad day, what do you do to stay positive, or what do you do in general to sort of brush that off and go on to the next run even stronger?
I'd say there's a lot of things, but I'm always turning to my faith. I think that's a beautiful thing when you have faith in your life, is you can turn to God when you're struggling. And no matter how hard life gets, if you have God, like, it's a reason to be positive, because like God's love is amazing. So that's big for me. And then it's been nice actually living in Oregon. I moved home with my parents my junior year.
Okay, so you're living on campus then?
I don't live on campus, no. I live at home.
Were you living on campus?
Yeah, I lived on campus for 3 years, and then just last year I moved home, and then I'm living home again.
Nice.
And like, I think for me it's been very important being close to family. I always have them, and then of course, and then my teammates are like my family too. So having those people in your life, surrounding yourself with people that enhance your life is super important. So that's been a big thing of mine, like faith, family, and friends when life gets tough and performances get tough.
Yeah. So what is your biggest support system? Is it your family? Is it your teammates? Is it your coaches?
I'd say my family's a big one. They always have been, and like I honestly can't thank my family enough for honestly like getting me to where I am today. But of course my teammates and friends also are a huge part of that, but I really do give a lot of praise and thanks to my family, because they're amazing.
How did you start competing internationally? When did that sort of, like, when did that door open? How did that door open?
So growing up, it was always something we talked about as a family, like not just with me, with Kira and Connor too, like, the Olympics would be on, and be like, do you want to compete for Team Ireland or Team USA?
So sick. Being able to have that overlap is so cool.
Because I've always been a dual citizen my whole life. When I was born, I had an Irish passport, I've had an American passport, I've traveled over to Ireland basically every summer since I was a kid. And we always talk about, are you going to be an Irish athlete or an American athlete? And at the Olympics, of course, our family had both flags going. We're cheering both Ireland and USA. So I think I decided to represent Team Ireland kind of going into my first year of college is when I made my first Ireland team with cross country. So that was 2022. I got to run in Turin, Italy for the U20s. It's been really cool getting to travel all around. And then once I declared for Ireland, I've been able to represent them multiple occasions, whether it's for cross country or outdoor track. So I've really enjoyed that, and it's really nice because my family in the United States on my dad's side can watch me here in the US, but my family in Ireland, they're not able to come over to the US for all these track meets. So when I go over there and represent Team Ireland, my mom's side of the family, my Irish side of the family can watch me represent Team Ireland. So
sick.
That's been really nice having that dual citizenship.
How do you adjust training when competing in different climates or altitudes? And I'm assuming this changes based on country and where you are.
Yes. Climates and altitude. So I've done altitude training before.
So what does that look like?
It's like you go to high altitude for a month or so at 7,000 feet of elevation, and it's really hard to breathe. And your first week is really tough, but my body always adjusts pretty well. And I like doing that before a big race because you get more oxygen in your body. Because then when you drop to lower elevations, you're filled with red blood cells. Like there's a science behind it. And like, so the thing with altitude is you take it easy at first, and then you let your body adjust, but it's good to be there for at least four weeks to get any benefit. So I did that before the U23 European Championships. I was in Flagstaff, Arizona training. And it was a lot of fun, and then I came back and was just like on fire from the high altitude. And then climate is tough because being an Oregon girl, an Irish girl, I'm used to kind of colder climates, rain. So like running in the heat has always been tough for me. So I've just been trying to expose myself to heat more. And because like whenever I'm training home in Ireland, it's like ideal running weather, like it's 50s and cloudy, like that's pretty good for running. But like when I competed in Norway this summer, it was really hot. It was like 75 and humid, and I was lucky though that I had been training in Arizona where it was really hot, so I was used to the warm weather at that point. But it's always good to like look at your race schedule and be like, okay, what is the climate gonna be like? I gotta adjust my body to that.
Yeah, it's cool. How does training for your Orient stuff differ from training for your international stuff? Or is the training the same? Is it?
I think the training is very similar, but the international stuff is definitely like, I try to get over to Ireland and stay with my family probably like 2 weeks before, so I can get used to the time change because it's 8 hours ahead. And I think when I'm in Ireland, I like to say it's a lot more blue collar because I don't have access to like the facilities like at Hayward Field. Like it's so nice. Like I have everything I need there to have really nice training facilities. Whereas in Ireland, it's just like I'm running up hills. I don't have ice tubs or hot tubs or Normatec boots, and it's very more blue collar when I'm over in Ireland. But then when I'm here in Eugene, I have more access to like nice facilities, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things about being a coach now is having my trainers going and getting cup, going and doing my East End, going in.
It's so nice.
The recovery side of it is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I had it in high school.
Yeah.
Because I look back at high school, it's like, dude, I would have done so much more.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how in high school you go from like kind of roughing it, and then you
completely.
come to college and you get really like taken care of, and like I think that's helped my performance too, and just staying healthy. But I kind of do like a little break from I'll call it pampering.
Yeah,
like being pampered.
Athlete,
I'm like, okay, I need some blue collar training now to get the body tough, and then I come back and okay, now I have all the nice facilities and stuff.
Yeah, so what does it look like timeline-wise for you to go compete internationally?
I'd say it's always in the summertime, or it's either in the winter for cross country. Okay. So this year, my next international race will be in Portugal, and it will be in December, and I'll be running for Team Ireland for U23 cross country, and so that will be a lot of fun. So I'll do that, and then hopefully I'm trying to get a qualifier for the European Championships in August next year in England.
So trying, what does that look like? Do you have to post qualifying times? Do you have to do like how do you get into a qualifier?
You have to hit a qualifier mark.
Okay, so that's all it is?
Yeah, they'll post the marks and then you try and hit those times. And I've been very fortunate to get to hit the times.
Okay.
It's just you try. It's good to know they get faster each year too. So this year, I'll try to get a mark in either the 5K or the 10K or maybe both. And usually that window opens up sometime in January, and then you have until August.
Okay, it's not like here's a week to figure out. Okay,
No.
okay.
Yeah, you have a good time to figure it out.
Got it. Okay. So timeline-wise, when you're over, say when you're in Portugal, what is it going to look like? So you're there for 2 weeks.
I think what I'm trying to do now is I was going to run an indoor track race in Boston and then fly from Boston to Ireland, probably be in Ireland for like a week and stay with my family and then fly out with Team Ireland to Portugal.
Okay. And how long would you be in Portugal for?
It depends. The trips I've been on, it's usually like a week.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're not flying and competing for a day, getting on a plane the next day, flying back.
No.
Okay.
And like sometimes if I'm in another country, I'll see if I can. And the nice thing is Ireland provides the plane tickets.
So nice.
I'm not picky, but sometimes I can see if I can get the plane tickets like pushed back a week. Oh, can I spend time in Portugal for a week and then fly home to the United States?
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm still trying to figure out those logistics because once I'm over in Europe, it is nice to get home to family. And like, I remember there's been times in the past where I've competed in Europe and, Thanksgiving is coming up. So I'll spend Thanksgiving in Ireland. Or if I'm in there in December, maybe I'll spend Christmas in Ireland. So once I'm over in Europe, it's nice to try and stay there for a bit.
What is the team environment like with the international teammates versus your teammates back here in Oregon?
For sure, the Irish team, I remember being really shy at first. Like my first team I made, I was very shy, still trying to get to know everyone. And then, but each year that I've made a team and been on the Irish team, I get more and more comfortable. And it's kind of nice to mix the culture a bit, because yes, I'm Irish American, but most of them are Irish. So kind of telling them about America and then them telling me about their home and their life in Ireland, or some of them are even athletes in the US as well, so it's like really fun to see my Irish teammates at NCAA events. A lot of them are either at Providence or Villanova.
Okay.
So I'll see them there and then then I make all these friends in Ireland, and when I come over to Ireland, I get to visit them in Ireland and their houses and stuff. So I'll stay with my granny, but then, I have a friend now who's up in Clare, so I'll go to her house. And so like it's really fun to connect and make friends. And then my team on Oregon definitely feels like my family because I see them every day. I do everything with them. I go through hard workouts with them. Like that's my family right there.
Yeah. I lost the next question I was going to ask.
You're totally good.
Give me a second. It's tough. Let's move on to something a little different. Hopefully it comes back. So what do workouts look like for Oregon? What does that... And do they change when you go compete international? Like are you guys in the weight room, or is it just a lot of running?
It is a lot of running. We do weight room stuff, but it's not the typical heavy lifting. I'd say it's a lot of body weight. It's a lot of core. It's a lot of balance. Like it's kind of, I would call it more getting shredded.
Okay,
like high reps but low weight.
HIIT workouts, basically.
Yes,
high intensity. Okay,
yeah. But I'm someone who really struggles with lifting. Like it kind of makes me too sore for my running. So like, I definitely, when I lift, I'm making sure it's gonna not make me too tired for my run the next day. So we lift twice a week. In the summer, we don't lift much at all. You basically just do core and stuff like injury prevention. Like we have a PT, he'll give you exercises that will keep you prevented from injuries. But we're a group, we have like 3 workouts a week, 2 to 3 workouts a week. And then the rest is just easy runnings. And like the workouts could be anything from sprints to like longer endurance stuff to switching up speeds. So like it's very mix and match.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very consistent. Like each week, time going into the week, I know what I'm gonna do, which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean for Bushnell, we have 2 teamless Monday, Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh,
and
we're not getting up that early.
Early, so I'm up at 5:30.
Yeah.
I was up for like 18 hours yesterday. It was a long day.
You must sleep well though.
I try. Usually I do. But it's like we'll work out in the morning and then we have practice after that. And so part of my thing is like, why are we working out in the morning if we're then gonna go walk 5 miles or go do all this stuff? Why are we gonna go run 2.5 miles and then go do all this other stuff? And so I'm a big guy, like I like lifting in the night. I'm a big lifter, I love being in the gym.
Yeah.
And we get to team workouts, like I don't want to be here. Like
6:30 is tough.
it's early. So we have
And
a lot of the guys that we have on team have classes at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And so we can't do later because I practice from 3 to 6 and no one wants to go to the gym at night. It's like, it's just...
Are you a caffeine person? Do you have to have
Oh
caffeine?
yeah.
I need caffeine to function. Like that is huge for me. Like having caffeine, I think, as a college athlete is like essential because you just you gotta keep
You're
yourself
not,
going.
dude, you're always going. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So do you, obviously the advisors at Oregon are amazing, top class. Do you guys make your own schedule or do advisors make the schedule for you?
I think it's a mixture.
Okay.
I always like to go to the advisor. I have teammates who like to do it on their own, but I definitely go to the advisor and like, look, craft me a nice schedule, make sure I'm on track to graduate, because the last thing I want to do is pick the wrong classes and then be behind on graduation. So like going to the advisor is definitely huge for me.
And then time-wise, I'm assuming the advisors are able to make a schedule where it doesn't interfere with practice at all.
Yeah. We are a morning practice team. We always practice 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So as long as we don't do classes before then, I'd say the majority of my classes are after 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I try to get online classes if I can, just because I think it's the way to go if you're a college athlete. Like, I hated COVID, but if one good thing came out of COVID, it's like this new acceptance for online school and like being flexible with online school. So
I completely agree. I have 3 online classes this semester, and my one in person actually gets done like right when practice starts, so I'm always late to practice. But I can't help it. It's a course I had to take, and
sometimes that happens. Like we have people who like they literally like they need to take this course. So like it's okay if they miss a practice. They just have to do it on their own and without the team.
Dude, I wish my team environment was more like that. And obviously golf is different than running, but like I'll go practice on my own. Like today I'll go out and I'll go practice, I'll go to our facility and do stuff. I wish our workouts were a little bit more like, hey, like I'm already in the gym 4 days a week, why do I need to be here Monday to Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning? Like,
it's nice actually. Our coach allows a bit of flexibility because she understands like it's a busy schedule, it's a busy life. Like not everyone can make these set times. So like as long as there's a bit of flexibility and as long as you're there for the workout days, which is Tuesday and Friday, then the other days of the week are pretty much
get it done on your own. So something that I've dealt with, I've had some injuries these past couple of years, and the injury side of it is one thing, but then my coach wants us to be at practice, be at workouts, be at team events, even if, so like I'll be in the weight room at 6:30 in the morning with the team just sitting there on my phone, and it's like, this isn't productive for anyone, but my coach wants us to be there to be supportive. I understand where it's coming from, I understand the intentionality behind it, but I would prefer to recover.
Yes,
so,
definitely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so what has been, like, do you guys have to, so if you guys are injured, do you have to go to workouts, do you have to be on the team? Is it more of a go and recover and then come back when you're ready? Or like, what does that look like?
So, knock on wood, I've been very fortunate not to really be injured my time at Oregon, but teammates who have been injured, it's usually the first 2 weeks that they're diagnosed with the injury, we give them grace. They're like, they don't need to be at practice.
Okay.
It's really hard to be in that environment if you're unable to practice, you know? You're watching people do what you love and they can't do it. So like it's really hard for athletes to be in that environment. But I'd say a majority of our injured athletes will come to practice, check in with everyone, say hi, and then they just go off and do their thing, which is like for runners would be cross training. So they'll go to the pool, they'll go on the elliptical, they'll go on the bike. But I'd say a majority of the injured athletes will come, say hi to the team, and then go do what they need to do.
Okay.
Like they do not need to be forced to practice. And I think that's valid. Like I think it's really hard to, I think it depends on the person. Some people are like, oh, I need to be at practice so I feel a part of the team. Some people are like, you know what, I need a break. Like I just don't need to be here, you know, and I think both reasons are valid for sure.
Yeah, so going into that, I saw a video one of your teammates posted about your guys' facilities. You guys are blessed to have
Very
everything.
blessed, so grateful, Holy Spirit.
And so I want to like talk about that, talk about the facilities, what do you use most, what has been the like, because again, coming from high school where you're roughing it, you're out here, you're like, all right, like cool, like
Yeah.
I'm sore, guess what, I'm going to just play through it, I'm going to grab my therapy gun, I'm going to do this stuff. So you talk about the facilities, talk about trainers, like what is all of that like, what is that atmosphere?
Well, every day I go to Hayward, I pinch myself. I'm like, wow,
So
I can't
amazing.
believe I'm here. Like, this is just incredible. And I try to make the most of it because I know not every college has access to what we have access to. Like, Hayward Field is literally one of the nicest tracks in the world. And
Track Time USA, baby.
that's right, Track Time USA. And like having access to that has just been, I think, incredible. And like every day I'm running in that stadium, it doesn't get old. I never take a day for granted that I get to be in there, and I think for me, I really take advantage of the recovery tools. So I love the ice tub. I think that's my favorite.
I'm not an ice bath guy.
Okay.
All my teammates are like, dude, you gotta do it, it's super beneficial. I'm like, I don't like cold water.
Yeah. Like I would love if at my future home I could have like ice tub, hot tub, sauna, kind of like how they do in Scandinavia. Like I'd love that for myself because it just really makes my body feel good.
Yeah, so do you guys, so I saw the video of the like vacuum sealed treadmill. So
Yes.
So what is that? What is the science behind that? How does that work?
Okay, so we call those the boost treadmills, and you can basically, you go into it with you strap yourself in, and you can put it to any setting you want. You can take all your body weight off, you can take 50%, you can take 75%, but it basically takes the load off your legs so you can run
That's super
without
cool.
pounding your
Okay.
legs or injuring your legs. So like I like to get on that treadmill maybe twice a week for a double run. And I take usually 75% of my body weight off. And it's like kind of, I guess that's what it would feel like if you were on the moon. Like you get your
Crazy.
Yes, like you just feel lighter and you're not pounding your joints. So it's a very good tool for staying healthy
That's super
and
cool.
getting aerobic benefits without injuring yourself,
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Very good tool we have. And we also have something similar to that called an underwater treadmill. And it's basically...
I've seen those.
Yeah, we have that in the trainer room, and you can... Same concept of the boost, you get to run without pounding your joints.
So are your guys' training facilities at Hayward? Because I know there's the other ones at Autzen.
Yes. All of our stuff is at Hayward.
Okay.
And we have everything we need there, and it's very similar to what you get at Autzen.
That's crazy.
Very nice.
Sorry, I'm very like confident in that. Bushnell, we only have our one training room. Certain teams get priority. The soccer team, volleyball team, the golfers. Like we go in, we have our trainer. Lexi is amazing. Bushnell, actually, the Bushnell trainers got voted like the best trainers
That's
across
awesome.
the CCC. Our trainers
so
are
good.
amazing.
I love our trainers too. They're amazing people. They know what they're doing. They're top notch, and you really build a close bond with them. Even though I've been very fortunate not to have injuries during my time at Oregon, I still love chatting with the trainers because they're just such nice people.
Yeah.
And they're great at their job. They know that they're working with athletes. Like when they get injured, like wow, like this is a piece of their lives. You really got to make sure to tap into the mental side, not just the physical side.
Yeah. So how do you handle setbacks when it comes to disappointing performances? There was supposed to be a little bit of injury involved in there, but you not being injured is obviously amazing. So how do you settle disappointing performances?
It's varied for me. I say sometimes I have a complete crash out, or sometimes I just take a step back and I'm like, you know what, like I'm gonna give myself 24 hours and then you just get back to work, because I think I've changed my mindset to like, it's not the result, but it's the process. And if I know every day I gave my best to have a good performance and it doesn't happen, that's fine, because I won the day in my training. Every day, giving my best in training. You can't control what happens in the race, but if you control what you do in training, what you do in practice, and if you're given 100% in practice, that's literally all you can do. And like sometimes you just don't have that good performance, and that's like all part of the sport, and that's all part of growth. And like it can be tough in the moment, but I'm actually like, in a way, more grateful for my disappointing performances than my good performances, because I've learned so much from those disappointing performances. So like, just kind of looking at it as like, setbacks is not a bad thing, but a good thing and part of growth in the sport.
How do you lean on God when you have those disappointing performances?
I just try and thank God for the gift, like especially being a healthy athlete. I'm like, you know what, like, thank you God for giving me this gift of running, and like, I know that today was tough, but it's part of your plan, and thank you for keeping my body healthy so I can do what I love. And I just understand like everything happens for a reason, and it's all part of God's unique journey for myself, and just understanding like at the end of the day, like God is first, not the running. So like as long as you have God's love, that's all you can do.
Yeah. So do you, when you're out competing internationally and here, do you like have anything that you have written on like your jersey or anything that symbolizes God? Like I have GSDIY written across my
very
hand.
Nice. I like to bring some of my holy medals. So I have Saint Sebastian, the patron saint of athletics.
Yeah.
And then so I always have that medal in my competition bag. I just put it in a pocket there, and it's like, okay, cool. And then of course my rosary beads go right near my bed, and it's just like comforting having that. And like I love, before the race, I always say the sign of the cross, and just like to have that extra guidance and just praying and thanking God. Hey, thank you God for letting me be here at this event, and I'm ready to give my best for your glory. And like sometimes it's just, I can really feel God when I'm running, especially at competition. He's like with me in the race, which is really awesome.
It's been really cool seeing the transition in Oregon athletics. I just saw the video of all the football players going in the end zone and kneeling.
Yes.
And I found faith again about a year ago.
That's awesome.
And so going to Bushnell has been one of the most, not necessarily foundational things in my faith, but going to a faith-based school has really helped deepen my faith.
That's awesome.
And so just seeing that come out in not just football, but now what used to be cross country, like that's super cool to see.
And like God's love spreads like a wildfire. Like if it, like you can see it start touching people around you, and I think like that's really special, and that's really awesome. So it's nice. Like you're right about the Oregon football players doing that, and like that's so cool. And I think that faith is just like, if you can have that on your team, I think it's a huge part of success.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been to Salt Company at all, the Oregon College
University. No, but I've heard of it,
It is amazing. I try to go every Thursday they have it. One of the things that their pastor said was, once you have felt God's grace, you start to like try to share that with other people around you. And so that really resonated with me. Part of like what I do with my team, it's like, boys, like, hey, church on Sunday. Yeah. 2 of us are going to 2 different services. There's no reason you guys can't be here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pull up. And so it's been amazing seeing the colleges just turn towards faith and turn towards God a lot more. That being said, where do you notice that God works most in your life?
That's a really great and deep question. I want to say, like, for me, I really see God working a lot in the relationships I make and the people I'm surrounded by. Like, I can just feel Jesus' light in every single person I met, and like having, even if they're not even a faith-based person, I like can still see God in them. And I think like just every blessing I have in life comes from God. And I think I see it a lot in my running, I see it in my family, and I see it in my friends, and I see it in nature. Those 4 things, I think, is where I see God most in my life. And at the end of the day, like, I really do see God a lot in my family. So
it's amazing.
That's it's really nice being in a family that is very faithful, because we can all relate to each other and lean on each other with our faith, which is really nice. Yeah.
What has been your favorite place to compete and why?
That's a great question. I think I always love when I can compete at home at Hayward Field. That's always really special for me, and like I love every race I have at Hayward.
Mhm.
And then I think I also love Boston, Massachusetts. I've loved when our team has been able to travel there for indoor meets. Boston is a great city.
I wanna
So
go.
yeah, it's really
Get out
fun.
there.
Yeah, so I've loved Boston and I've loved Oregon
Mhm.
for competing.
What has been, I know you've won plenty of medals. What has been your favorite medal to go out and win? Where you were like, I gave it my all, like this one I deserved. As much as it was God's plan, I put the work in to get here.
Oh, I have two that really come to mind.
Mhm.
Actually, I have three that really come to mind. First, I'm going to look at my senior year of high school, especially after COVID. I just kept working even though COVID shut down sports. And then my senior year, when I finally got a season, it was so nice to end on such a high
Mhm.
and everything I've been working for. I like to say I was working in the dark for my time in the light because I worked really hard without any races or competition, and then my senior year I finally got to win a state championship in the 3000 and the 1500 and set a 3K record for 4A in Oregon. So like that was just so huge for me. That was everything I dreamed of, and like I didn't know if it was going to happen because of COVID, but it did. So shout out to Cyrus Law High School for making that happen. They put on a 4A state meet for us. And then I think of my first All-American performance at Oregon, which was last year in cross country. I crossed the line and I didn't think I was All-American. I thought I was like 48th, and I was like, oh darn, I guess next year. But I was 32nd and I got to be an All-American, and that was just like incredible for me because I really wanted that, and it was my first All-American, and it meant so much to me. And I was there with my amazing team, and they were all embraced by my coach. So that was really special. And then this summer at U23 Europeans, winning the 10K and then getting third in the 5K to get 2 medals at a European championship was huge. And it was very special because my grandfather, my mom's dad, had passed away that fall. And he had been one who came to all my European meets, and I really did feel his spirit with me in the race, and he's been one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to running. So like ending the European Championships basically how I wanted just felt so special, especially with my granddad there on my side. So it was really special. Those are really 3 special moments for me when it comes to track.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Yeah,
Thanks so much.
hearing that's just like, I can't believe how far we've come, knowing you from
Creative care.
us being kids
Yeah.
and after school, daycare to
Oh, so
what
good.
you've built now has been just like,
It
and
is-
not just you, Connor as well, and
Yeah,
Kira getting
thank
married.
you.
Like,
Thank you, Talon. Yeah, it's actually, sometimes I just randomly think about that after school care, and that was like a big part of my life. That was a lot of fun.
yeah,
Doing that at O'Hara, so.
it's just how far everyone's come. It's crazy.
And yeah, it's so fun following your journey too. It's
Thank you.
wow, just yesterday we were in after school care,
Yeah.
crazy, isn't it?
It's been crazy.
Mhm.
But it's amazing to see.
Just cherish the days because life is going by really
Yeah.
fast, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice could you give to me as someone who is now halfway through their college experience and halfway through their college athletics?
Geez, really just cherish that time with your friends, your family, your teammates, and every day. And I know you said you struggled with injury, but when you are healthy, taking that as the win, and being oh, this is a great day, I'm healthy, and just cherishing every day. Every day is a day to get better, I guess you could say, and doing the little things every day will lead up to a big thing in the end. So just really cherish your college experience because even now I'm thinking about wow, it's about to be over and you never get something like this again. Even this summer I was told I had opportunities, you could go professional if you wanted, but it's no, I have my whole life to be professional. College athletics, you only have this 4 to 6 year window, to be honest, so you just really gotta cherish it because there's nothing else like it. It's so good.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Yeah, of course.
What has
I'll be
been-
praying for you.
Thank you.
and
Seriously, it means a
following
lot.
you, Yeah.
Yeah, I go back I'm currently getting out of injury, so I will go back. I think tomorrow is when I can fully practice again.
Very good.
And so it's been a crazy couple weeks of getting done with fall camp and then getting injured in a qualifier and then watching my teammates do all this stuff and sort of just have to sit back. The question came back to me. When you're overseas and when you're over competing, those new people that come in, because I'm assuming the team varies year to year and there's probably some guys that are really consistent every year, but do you try to mentor those first year,
Yeah,
so talk about that, talk about the mentorship experience. And
I love talking to the younger ones and like encouraging them, because I remember even like from my own experience, like this summer is probably my first time running in the Irish singlet where like I was really proud of my performance. Like I had a few tough ones with Team Ireland, so like it meant a lot to have a good one. So like, and it's all about experience. So like telling those young ones like this is all experience. Like keep working. Like you'll like get your moment. And I also love bringing over some of my extra Oregon gear I get. I love giving it to the younger ones and be like, here, go Ducks. Like it'd be great if you came to Oregon. Kind of planting a dream in them. You know, like I love bringing over any of my gear I get here at Oregon to some of my Irish teammates, especially the young ones. They really like that.
Yeah, the gear that you guys get is super cool.
Super nice, yeah.
And it's just like we get gear, and every year we get new golf gear, and it's amazing. It's just like looking at what the other, because obviously everyone knows what the football guys get.
Yeah.
But looking at the other athletics, we're like, cool. Like this isn't just a football school. Like this is golf. This is cross country. This is track. Like we are. It's such that much more of a bigger community than it really appears to be on the surface. I feel like for most people.
Definitely.
How much overlap do you have with the other athletic teams, and what are those environments like you've been a part of?
I've loved meeting athletes from other teams and like getting to go to their competition, and we have this thing called Student Athlete Advisory Committee, or SAC. I'm not sure if Bushnell has that, but it's just a space for athletes to meet every other Wednesday. It's free dinner in the Jayco Center at Oregon. And all the athletes get to mingle. You learn about volunteer opportunities, mental health panels, stuff like that. Like it's a nice committee for everyone to meet, and I've met so many friends in SAC, so that's been great. I'd say my closest friends that are not on the track team are either on lacrosse or tennis.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So I'm assuming you've heard stories from those other two teams. What is it like being an Oregon student with those two teams? Obviously you can't speak to it, but from your friends, like what have they sort of led on? What have they sort of...
It's really cool to hear about their experience at Oregon, and also meeting people from other countries. The tennis team especially is a big international team.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a roommate who was on the tennis team. She's from Switzerland.
Okay.
And honestly, the whole tennis team, majority of them are international, so getting to hear about their countries is really cool. And then some of the lacrosse players are Canadian, so like kind of learning about their culture, their country.
We got a couple of Canadians on the golf team.
Yeah,
They're the funniest people in the world.
They're so nice,
so funny.
They're very friendly, and just kind of hearing like, oh, what brought you to Oregon? Because like I'm from here, so I know all about Oregon.
Yeah.
But like having the kind of hearing their reactions to Oregon has been cool, and their experience. So yeah, it's been special.
So staying healthy.
Yes.
I'm assuming nutrition is part of that.
Yeah.
So what does nutrition look like for you and for some of your other teammates? Because I know it's going to vary by person, so I'm curious what that sort of variety is.
I think a big part of running and staying healthy is like fueling right. You really just gotta eat food, like eat a ton of food. I'm very much like a carb queen. I love carbs. I'm eating a lot of pastas, breads, rice, oatmeal, potatoes. I need to work on my protein. I definitely lack a bit in that, but like I'm eating a lot of carbs for energy. I mentioned caffeine. I really like having caffeine, and a big part of running too is having high iron. You want your iron stores to be up, so every night I'm taking iron gummies, iron supplements, and I do take a lot of that, which has helped me stay energized. So kind of just making sure you're fueling. You don't want to be under-fueled, or that's where I think you get into the trouble of stress fractures and overuse injuries in running. But I like to say, if you're fueling the Ferrari will run. I think of my body like a Rari, so like
It's amazing.
the Rari's gotta run, so put fuel in the tank for sure.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone who wants to compete at the D1 level?
I'd say, first off, if you're in high school, email coaches. Like, reach out to those coaches. Like, if you really want to compete, like, the coach's job is hard enough managing the team and looking for recruiters, but if you take that step and you reach out to the coach, it gives them, oh my gosh, this kid wants to come here, this kid, I can put them on the radar, So find those schools you're interested in, reach out, say, what goals do I need to hit to become on the Oregon team? That's what I did. I reached out as early as my sophomore year of high school.
Okay, I was going to ask you next question. When did you start your recruiting process? Because I started mine way too late.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I reached out sophomore year. I'm like, look, this is my dream to come here. I understand I have to improve a lot. Here, what times do I need to hit? And then the coach gave me the times. And then in high school, I worked towards that. So then by my senior year, I was able to run those times to make the team. So like, I think, and it's also good to have a list of like 10 to 15 schools you're interested in. I remember emailing at least 15 schools, and I had options, and I did it early, and I built those connections with coaches. So like, don't be scared to just like look on the roster website, email the coaches, tell them about yourself. And it's not all about performance. Like, say like, you'll be a good teammate, you'll work really hard. Like there's so much more than like someone's times on paper. Like,
coaches are willing to take a shot on you.
Definitely.
Like that happened to me at Bushnell. I took a gap year at LCC for a year, and I reached out to my head coach. I was like, Coach, this is what I want to do. Like, what are the opportunities? He's like, sure, like, do this. And like, it happens.
It's awesome,
and,
isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like my senior year is when I fully started my recruiting process, which was way too late.
Yeah. Definitely try and start like end of sophomore or junior year, beginning of junior year. Yeah.
And so I reached out, I think some of the first schools I reached out to were like Hawaii Pacific, New Mexico State, and I think New Mexico. It was like my 3 schools I really wanted to go to.
Yeah.
And I reached out to the Hawaii Pacific coach, like, Coach, like, this is where I'm at, like, I want to come compete for you, like, love Hawaii, never been, but like, would love to come be here.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, our roster's full for the next 4 years.
Darn. And like
I was like, cool, thanks, I should have done this 4 years ago.
Yeah. And like sometimes that's unfortunately the case, and we're in a new NCAA now where sports are being cut, rosters are being cut in half, all for the sake of football money and stuff like that. And it's definitely a lot harder to be recruited to some of these universities. So like that's why I also like preach it doesn't have to be Division I. It could be you could go JUCO for a few years and then go to Division I, or you could go NAI, you could go D1, D2, D3. It's about finding what environment you think you will thrive in the most.
Yeah, and like that's one of the other things. I was talking to some of my teammates and friends about this. Like, so the Oregon golf team got cut in half. From like, I think they had 18 and they had to cut down to 13.
Yeah.
And that happened across the NCAA. It's like, well, all of these, however many thousand athletes are now going to go to the Division II schools.
Yeah.
And it's going to be just as competitive as the Division I.
Definitely,
if not better.
100%. I agree. Yeah.
So I mean, D1 has that massive title in it, but it's not going to be the most competitive environment.
Agreed. I think, especially now with the new NCAA, I think we're going to see, like, it's going to be competitive from JUCO all the way up to D1.
Yeah.
Like, just competitive everywhere.
What has it been like being in the Big Ten? How was that switch? What was the emotion behind that with you guys and the team? And
luckily for us, for cross country, luckily we don't travel that much. We're not like volleyball or football where they're traveling every weekend. We travel every other 3 weeks or so. So we're not going to the Midwest every week, which was that was going to stress me out if we had to do that. But
traveling's tough.
It's tough, yeah. And to be honest, it's basically, it just feels like we're in a bigger conference. you get on the line for Big Ten conference and it's like so much more people than it was in the Pac-12. But if I'm being completely honest, us going to the Big Ten has been easier than what we were in the Pac-12.
Really?
Yes, for running at least.
Okay.
I think for football it's a bit tougher, but Pac-12 is a tough conference. Like, we dealt with Colorado, they were really good. Utah, Stanford, those are really good running schools. So like, going to the Big Ten, you take out Colorado, Utah, and Stanford. That's 3 really good teams. And even in Big Ten championships, the best teams in the Big Ten, guess what? They're Pac-12 schools. They're Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA. Like, those are the best track schools in the Big Ten.
That's
so
crazy.
So we kind of, in a way, it got easier us moving to the Big Ten. But it's still going to be tough because it is a tough conference.
Yeah, completely. And I get that. And our conference, we have UBC in our conference.
UBC.
University of British Columbia.
British Columbia, they're good. They're a good running school too. They come down for some Oregon meets.
They're basically D1 program. Their entire athletic budget is like the size of Colorado State's.
Holy smokes.
And we got stuck in our conference. And so it's amazing competition, but when you go to a tournament, you're like, yeah, you're probably not going to win this, just based on the fact their athletic budget is so much higher and their scholarships are just, they can recruit easier than we can. And so it's like, all right, cool. Like, we're going to go out, we're going to compete the best we can. We're going to go try and do it. And the team this year looks amazing to be able to go win some tournaments and to go dethrone UBC.
Yes,
and,
let's do it. Let's go.
That's what we want to do.
That's
what
awesome.
We want to do. It's to be tough, but like we got the goals, we have the team to do it, and so we're super excited.
That's awesome.
What matters more, work ethic or confidence?
Ooh, great question. I'm gonna go with confidence.
Why?
Honestly, this sport is so mental. Like, I've noticed I've had my best performances when I'm confident in the mind, and there's been times when, yes, I've done all the work, but wasn't right mentally, and I struggled on the day. But a big part of what's helped me just get so much better in the last year is my confidence, 100%. Ever since I had that All-American performance in cross country, I've just been on this upward trajectory, and I think it's a confidence thing. Just been so much more confident in myself, and I think that's so important. When you get on the line or when you get to the tee box, you look at your competition, it's like, why is this person any better than I am? I work just as hard, if not harder. Just having confidence in yourself is so important, I think, for sports.
On top of that, do you believe discipline or motivation matters more?
Oh, that's such a good question. In a way, they're very similar, discipline and motivation. But I'd say discipline, because you're not always going to be super motivated. There's going to be times where oh, I really don't want to do this, or oh, my body hurts, or something like that. But you just have to stick with it. And I think, and honestly, my biggest problem is overworking. So having the discipline to hold myself back has really helped me in the last year. I used to just destroy my body when it's no, let's have some discipline and take a step back here, So.
What does it look like to be Anika Thompson?
Oh gosh. I want to say I'm just a very I'd like to be positive and just try and approach life with a loving perspective and just try and love myself, love others, and love my sport, love my God, love my family. So what does it look like to be Anika Thompson? Living my life with love. I like to say much love, everybody. Yeah.
What is something you wish people asked you more often?
Oh, that's a good question. Something I wish people asked more often. I don't know, actually. I honestly don't know. Maybe hey, how are you? Sometimes I think we forget to just ask people, hey, how's your day going? So I think not just for myself, but I'll try and ask that question more to other people. Hey, how are you doing?
I feel like with being a college athlete, the questions I get asked a lot are, oh my gosh, you just won this medal. Oh my gosh, you just won this.
That's so true. When you just kind of get compared to your like performance. You
Yep.
get kind of just like that's your whole identity.
Mhm.
When it's like, oh, I'm actually just this chill person
Yeah.
who is just, you know, just living my life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we get sort of dehumanized
Very
in that sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, it's nice, like I get it's coming from a good place, but sometimes it's just like a bit overwhelming.
yeah,
I
like,
definitely get overwhelmed with it. Like, I'm also like, you know, not all based on my
completely.
performances.
Yeah. What is the hardest lesson life has taught you?
I think patience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just having patience and accepting that hard work does pay off, even if it's like a long time from when you want it to.
Mm-hmm.
And just things not going your way, even if you do absolutely everything right, you do all the work, you had perfect training, sometimes it doesn't go right, and like just accepting that and having patience and trusting the journey for sure, trusting God.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
trusting God
Trust
first
God.
and foremost.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been tough. What is your biggest desire and how healthy is that really?
Biggest desire, I think just having a happy and healthy life, and wherever that is, wherever life takes me, like I just want to be happy and healthy in whatever that is, and hoping that I don't make enemies in my life. That would be tough. Just kind of, I don't know what life will look like, but as long as I'm happy, that's the most important thing for me.
And quick final question for you.
Yes.
Do you believe anything will remain after you? Do you believe anything will remain after you die, and what do you want that to be?
I always say this, like, out of all the accolades I could be given, I just want people to remember me that I was a good person. Like, I want to die and not be known as an asshole, basically.
Completely.
Yes,
I
like,
get it.
just like, I hope somewhat my character lives on, and like, my spirit, that I did my best to treat everyone with love and respect. So I hope when I die that I'm remembered as that.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Seriously.
Yes, thank you, Talon. This was awesome.
It's great to
really,
catch up.
Really good to connect again.
Good to see you again. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be watching.
I'll be
We're
watching
excited.
and following, praying, all that. Yeah, but it's very cool you're here in the gym, so
Thank you.
yes, close by.
As always, on your side.